Now, what is your answer?
First one is C.
Letter C, correct. Do you know why?
Because it needs comma.
It needs a comma, but we need to know why. Number one, here we have the subject, and then proper noun to tell you the name of the novel as apostrophe, and then comma. So the writer wants to add non-essential information between two commas to describe the novel. So you have comma. You must have similar second comma to close the non-essential information. So you need comma. So it's necessary to be comma. So the subject like that, subject, and then non-essential between two commas, and then verb. So we need comma necessary. Correct. Right?
Second one is A.
It can be letter A, but no. Let me help you. A positive phrase, to remember the positive phrase, let's read the story, and then a positive by preposition phrase as a verb. To find the subject and verb, delete all the phrases. Now you found that this is a positive phrase to describe the information before. So you need comma. Now let's follow the rules. Let's prove why is wrong. Simply, before full stop, it must be complete. Yes, it's complete subject and verb. But after, it's not. After from here to the end. Is that a sentence or fragment? If it is sentence, it's correct. If it's a fragment, it's wrong. Now, let's find the subject and verb. How? Delete all the phrases. Preposition phrase. Past participle phrase. Now, what is left? This subject. What is the verb? So the information after the full stop, it's a fragment. Why? It lacks verb. So A wrong. While subordinated conjunction, the rule is complete sentence, subordinated conjunction, complete sentence, full stop, correct. Okay, but the second after, it's not complete, it's a fragment. So delete B. Now we found that this information, a positive information, additional information to describe. Do we need comma? Yes. The rules says like that. Complete sentence, comma, a positive phrase, full stop, correct. A positive phrase describes something before the comma. And of course, it describe what means or what is reclaim the stars. Anthology of fantasy and science fiction. So we follow the rules. If you don't know the correct, prove the wrong. Prove the wrong. Now let's continue. What is the next?
E.
Letter C. And the C correct. The comma before the fanboys, correct. What is else? Next. What is your answer?
This one is C.
Let me tell you the trick of this question. Very important, and then memorize it. Always memorize it. We can use phrase before you start your sentence. Here I'm giving you a positive phrase or any kind of phrase. One of the few African American global explorers. This information describes the subject. You must find the subject. The subject here is Matthew. The subject here is years. because he said years. Here the subject, Greenland. Here the subject, several across where subject tracks. Now, what does this information describe? Describe human. So you need human. So letter A. So we check the beginning. Remember this trick, it will be in many tests. Give you information to describe the subject. You must find the subject. That's why I'll tell you about how can we find the subject easily in the Google. Delete the phrases to know. That's why. Now check after. Do I have any mistake? No subject verb and everything correct. That's why. Now what is the next? Try. Did you answer it?
Shall I continue?
Yeah, let's answer the next 5. Let me answer this question. Let's follow the rules. We follow the rules. I look, I found the calling. A check is from the beginning to the end complete. What is the beginning? From full stop to the calling. Is that a sentence or fragment? That is the point. Let's check. Like preposition, I delete the phrases to check is it sentence or not. I delete the phrases. I delete the relative clauses. Look, I delete. I found the verb and then attempt to know to make use of entire visual light. What is here? The butterfly. So the butterfly subject and attempt the verb. So to the calling, it's a complete. So the rule, complete sentence, calling. After calling, it can be complete or not. But you should check, is before calling complete? Yes. After calling, is it explanation? No. Is this part explanation to something mentioned before? No. So delete calling. A check while subordinated conjunction. Okay. Complete subordinated conjunction. Complete full stop correct. Is after while complete sentence? Yes. While sporting, as I told you before, you can use while verb plus ing as reduced short clause, no problem. So it's a comparison. So letter C correct. The rule, John, we don't use comma before the subordinated conjunction, except if we have non-essential information, but here we don't. So letter B is wrong. So I always check the rules. I check the calling, it does not make sense. The structure correct, but the after is not explanation. Now you are between A and C. Here, there is no element condition. But how? We need while to show comparison between the previous sentence and the following sentence. And we need conjunction to connect to the meaning. So that means letter C correct. That's now let's try. Let's follow the same rules. The same rules. Here we found the verb. You must find the subject and object. Now read your sentence only from the beginning to the end, this part. I don't care about that. Just read to understand the meaning. Now, to know the subject and verb, we delete the phrases. So using one of these, so using a gerund, and the gerund can be subject. So your subject is a gerund. So using singular, you need singular, plural, plural, singular. Right. That's all. Understood? So, how can we understand it? Using ensures that creators will not lose advertising revenue. So we have here the word that, but we delete it, but because we can delete it. By using ensures that complete sentence, no problem. As I told you, that's all, my friend. So I didn't read this part because simple I know it. And we have a common hack: 3 plural answer or delete. That's all. Now let's go. Now again, we follow the rules. We always follow the rules. I told you about common hack. If you found the full stop equals a semicolon. If you found them in the same answers and same everything, delete both of them. Delete both of them. Now check. Do we need calling or not? Is before calling complete? We will check. From the beginning. From the beginning of the sentence, full stop. To the word. Is it sentence? Yes. How did you know? I found the subject and verb and everything. So you have noun clause, the verb. Look, what had started as noun clause, all of that subject and that verb, and then complete meaning. After calling, we have explanation to something mentioned before calling. How? He said, grow into something. What is this something? Network of such committees. So calling is perfect. Letter C, it has common mistake. Complete, comma, complete, full stop, wrong. Yes, before complete, after it, subject was verb. How can you connect the two sentences with comma only? Commas plus mistake, wrong. So letter A is the best. So this hack can help you. If you would like to be careful, no problem. Full stop, complete, stop, complete, correct. Okay, no problem. But this part, John, this part is not sentence. This part, fragment. This part, fragment. It's a fragment. Why? Why it's a fragment? Simply delete the phrases. I delete, and then non-essential delete. Relative clause that help delete. Preposition phrase delete. After deleting, you will find subject without verb. So it's a fragment. Fragment. The second part, fragment, wrong. The semicolon, complete sentence, semicolon, complete sentence. This part correct complete, but this part fragment. So we delete it. So if you found full stop, period, semicolon in the same answer, the same everything, both of them wrong. Follow the rules, my friend. Good job. Now here again, simply as I told you, look at the answer. If you found the 3 phrases, delete them. Look, present participle phrase, preposition phrase, present perfect phrase. So 3 phrases, delete. Letter A. Letter A. Now check the rule. Through reading, I found the subject dash information dash verb. Look, between the subject, 2 dashes. 2 dashes means non-essential. Delete. You will find subject and then the verb. Subject plural, the verb plural. That's a job. The same structure in any question. So you must memorize what is the phrase. Today I will send you an explanation in Arabic and English about phrase and clauses. Very important to know. That's fine. So any three phrases, delete the jump. Here again, we test you for the tense. Is the tense. Present, past, future, let's know. So tortoises can be found. Present perfect tense. Example. The example, of course, must be in present, but it could be in past. Here, past. He said here in this is the time of the novel. This is the time of the play. But I'm talking about the fact there is. So there is a tortoise that. Tortoise, the subject, relative pronoun. So you need singular verb. All of them can work with the verb. But we need present simple tense because we're talking about scientific facts. So letter A. And he says again, a tortoise that goes by two names and appears. Appears, look, compound, subject, verb, and verb. Verb, you need parallelism. Present, past, past. So present again. Find any way to help you. Scientific facts, all of them in present. So you need present. Because if you said, well, you doubt, you show possibility, but it's not. Went means action happened in the past, it didn't happen now. How? It's a fact. Had gone means an action happened before an action in the past, but it's not past. Wrong. That's all, my friend. Understood? Okay.
Yes.
The last question and then we'll finish. Let's see why letter D correct. Let's read. I always read from the beginning to the end first. The laws of physics are identical for both genders. And then I found comma, regardless of their motion relative to each other. I found the writer used the complete sentence, comma, a positive phrase. Look, I told you about it. A positive phrase. It's like phrase. It's a fragment. The phrase is fragment because it's a part of a sentence. So you need comma. Let's check the rules. We are not talking about something related to the jugglers. Again, here he said the laws of physics are identical for both. Both plural. Why juggler singular? Mistake. And we don't need position. Apostrophe is wrong. Again, do we need position? Wrong. Do we need position? Here? No. So B can be, but we have a mistake here. We need pronoun because we are talking about them, their motion, the jugglers. So possessive pronoun clear. So B is wrong. This word means there, over there, in a place. But we are not talking about in a place. He said the laws. We don't say that an action happened in a place to say there. So there here it's a mistake. So it's a letter D. So in the test, John, we always read the sentence of the question first. If you know, sure about your answer quickly. If not, you must read. That's all. You must read why. Sometimes you need to check the agreement. Here, plural. So you need plural. You already know it's a plural. That's already. So I will keep the rest for you, assignment, and I will send you notes and videos to watch. Very important. And they keep the rest for you as homework. Okay, Dr. John.